Not much. We like just did Jokerman podcast.
Yeah, yeah,
We like just finished that a few
yeah.
like
Nice.
20, 30 minutes ago. But yeah.
That's it's so funny because last week I had on Meg from Hand Habits, and
Yeah,
they also did Joker Man like the same day.
who did a
We're
great.
on each other's schedule.
Yeah, it was also a great also Ian didn't know about your podcast. And I took
Oh,
we me and Max and him talked about basketball, less so Max.
yeah.
But talked about basketball like a bunch. I didn't know that he was also ahead.
I
And
gotta link up with him.
he was like, "Bro, what? There's like like a basketball and music podcast." He was genuinely curious.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm stoked to have you here. Um, Definitely excited. I know you got new music coming out and it feels like a good time. And we're both in Chicago. It feels like it just made sense. This finally happened.
Oh, I didn't know you were in Chicago.
I am, yeah.
Oh, wait, what neighborhood? Where are you at?
I'm on the west side. I'm like Belmont Cragen, so I'm just west of Logan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um, our Ziad, who like basically was the third part of a tripod that made
Yeah.
our most recent record, just bought a house up there.
Oh man. Yeah, we just bought a house last year, so it's loving out here.
Yeah, they bought like a serious fixer-upper, and
Oh,
it's been like not destroying
that's
their lives, but it's really taken.
that's the move that you sometimes have to make in Chicago to buy a house.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's crazy. Well, once again, thanks for coming on. I will say the tip off question I like to ask people is I love to know like what you've been listening to lately. Which you may have just asked answered this, but
Oh, what I've been listening to lately?
yeah.
Dog, it's like that is like a tough. We like just started doing interviews on this record,
Uh-huh.
and that is like really when you get started. When you start getting like not bombarded with that question, but you're just like, oh shit, and you like that is a tough question for
Well,
me.
because usually you're in press cycle and like you've been recording and stuff, it's like you've been listening to your own music.
I know that's the thing, and we
Yeah.
really like, especially with this record, we kind of did like block out
Yeah.
um most like new music. I think just naturally.
Sure.
Um, but I don't know. I mean, Arthur Russell is always a constant.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
I feel like when that Iowa Dream compilation came out, it was just pre-pandemic, like 2019.
Hmm.
Obviously, like flipped out about it, and then kind of more recently, I've just been getting back into like just how powerful some of those songs are. So I
Sure.
think that's a decent answer, but
I feel like that's been like he's been pretty prevalent in influence like and through all of your music career, right?
oh, I mean, big time. But I
Yeah.
mean, I'm trying to think of something a little more exciting. I do like a couple of the songs off the new, uh, both the new Justin Bieber records
Yeah.
had me really like geeked.
I mean that McGee influence has people going Dijon and McGee like has people going in, so
Yeah, and our buddy Knox Fortune did one of the songs called First Place. Like
oh
just really
cool.
happy,
That's
honestly.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, with just one more, I guess, in this lane is I do a continuous playlist where I have guests add a song. Is there like a song you want to add to the playlist to keep it going?
Like what is it supposed to be a song that like really means um
It's whatever it could be whatever you're feeling at the moment. It could be something that kind of felt like influenced the latest album. It's kind of a range. I like that you don't really know what the last person added, so it could be a complete pivot.
I would just say the dogs outside are barking by Arthur Russell.
Let's do it. Yeah,
It's
that sounds
I
perfect.
don't know how it's gonna fit in context with like
It's
whatever.
gonna go after Alex G. So
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
that's what I like about it. That's fun. It's like,
I think it'll work.
yeah, sweet. Um, so what's funny is we already talked we're from Chicago is I think you a couple of years ago, you guys I work in advertising. You guys played at my agency's party.
Oh, which one?
I work at FCB.
Oh my God, dude. And that was like during the pandemic.
It was like fresh, like we were barely back in the office.
Yeah,
I
and
think we all had to do testing to go to the party.
it was super snowy
It
outside.
was, yeah, yeah.
That's a just a crazy
It it was a weird time. And like technically you guys opened for Big Boy?
yeah, I know. It definitely didn't meet him or anything, but it was
Yeah,
funny. I feel like it was like us and then Rick Wilson from also a Chicago artist
sure.
and Big Boy. And it was so, I remember it being so funny because we just like pulled up and played like three or four songs, just like, I don't know. I probably cracked like a joke or two to the crowd. And then I had never opened up for an artist like Rick Wilson, who
Yeah.
literally is like, pulls up to the stage with so much energy.
Uh-huh.
I just couldn't eat. I was like, holy shit, dude. We just got like blown out of the water. Like in vibe and energy. Like, Rick
But
has
I feel
great.
like it's probably also like so tough to do that because I'm sure majority of the people there are like honestly not even paying attention.
Oh yeah. I mean, that party was hilarious
Yeah.
to begin with. It was just like, all right, like they might sync a song or two. It's like people do a lot of advertising type shows, I feel. I didn't know you worked at
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm a creative there.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the day job, but this is clearly the where the passion lies.
Absolutely. That's sick.
Um so, on to Whitney a bit. You and Max you guys have played music together for a bit, yeah?
Yeah. I
When did
mean,
you guys like meet each other? When did you guys start playing together?
oh, we met. I was playing in Unknown Mortal Orchestra and Max was playing in Smith Westerns,
Uh-huh.
and it was literally the first UMO show ever.
Hmm.
And I don't even know if I mean, we met that night, but we didn't really hit it off until like a couple shows down the road or
Sure.
something. I yeah, I just feel like that show with UMO was like such an intense, I don't know, like a band's first show, and like
Yeah, yeah.
after a band has already been hyped before they played a live show, it like, and
Sure.
I was probably too young to even recognize that, like what the nerves felt like for like Ruben and stuff, but
Sure.
um, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I meeting Max. I mean, it was sort of like a slow rolling thing. Like
Uh-huh.
then I moved to Chicago after leaving UMO like a year later or something, and yeah, that I mean that was really where me and Max like hit it off in a serious way. And Smith
Cool.
Western ended for a lot of valid reasons, and then we, yeah,
Nice. And also Jake's a big hoop guy too, right?
yeah. I think he's a Knicks fan
Yeah.
mostly. I just saw him in New York actually, like last week.
Yeah. Awesome.
Um, but yeah,
Um, cool. So, I'm excited for this new album. I feel like so it comes out November 7th, right? And I love knowing like, compared to the last one that came out and I think it was 2022, what do you feel is like what's different since then? What kind of went into this album that felt different?
I guess like the way we've done a couple of interviews now, it's like the way that I've been trying to put it is like it sort of starts as like we made Light Upon the Lake. It, a lot of people liked it or whatever. And like then it was like we sort of were like it was like everyone that we worked with sort of like logically was like, why don't you guys just do another record that sounds like that? And and we like did.
Yeah.
And we're so incredibly proud of the songs that we wrote on Forever
Yeah.
Turned Around. But it was such a difficult album to make truly.
Yeah.
Like, both like there was some logistical weirdness that happened, like multiple uh studio sessions and like just becoming really like it felt like we were truly like that album's kind of meta. Like it like we
Hmm.
truly felt like absolutely confused and weird and blah blah blah. Looking back on it, I love it, but it the difficulty of it kind of sent us on a path that like we truly like when it came time to do the next to do Spark, um, it just felt like we had to leave the Sonic universe or something and like,
Sure.
you know, literally in order to like I don't know that we would have made another record period if we couldn't sort of like just like buck the trends that we had sort of like fallen into with the project and then yeah, I mean, like Spark, Spark also was like I think a difficult album for like some Whitney fans to
Sure.
hear, probably. Um, as much as I'm really proud of the songs and everything, but yeah, it just like sort of we've been on like a path of extremes, and
Yeah.
now it feels like we're back in uh really just in a place where it's like, whoa, okay, we're like fully inspired by everything that we like all the Sonics that we started the project with, and we did
Mhm.
learn a lot from making Spark. And yeah, it just like feels like we're at a point now where we're like we have like agency over again over like what we sort of like how we started the band and everything. And we like genuinely just feel like it's like we had some space from it, and now we're like
Yeah.
we we feel refreshed in the world that we've created, and I think we've grown it with this record too, which
Sure. And I
is
mean, I feel like that's always such a thing too, where like with bands, people always have this feeling where like they wish that they would just like, oh, the new stuff or the old stuff's good. They don't like the new stuff. But it's like if you truly heard the same thing over and over again, you would get bored of them.
yeah, I mean it always happens. It's also it feels like there's a just through like reading comments and stuff, it's like when we were like rolling out the second record that like there were a ton of people that were like, this just sounds like old Whitney, blah 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 blah. And then, like 3 years later we were releasing Spark and felt like there were so many comments that were like, Spark has become one of my favorite records. It was
Yeah.
like a grower
Sure.
or something. But I don't know. It's like we don't put too much stock in like any
Yeah.
reading anything like that, or I don't think it's like healthy to
Yeah. Nor should you. Yeah.
at all. But it is just funny. It's like, and it happens with so many other artists too. It's like
Yeah.
people don't know what they want until it finds them
Hmm.
at the right time in their lives, and they're like, wow, this really helped me. It's like
Sure.
it's just how art works.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you definitely need that. And in the singles I've heard from the new one, I'm definitely excited to hear the rest.
Oh, you haven't heard the whole thing?
I haven't, no.
Oh, damn. We should have sent it to you. That sucks.
Oh, all good. I'm very pleased with the singles I've heard, so it's all good.
Thank you.
Um, one question I have for you is definitely, you do one of my absolute favorite things, and that is you are lead vocalist as a drummer. Uh, it's such like a rare thing to find, and I'm curious, like, do you have a favorite musician who does that as well?
I mean, Levon Helm.
Okay.
Levon Helm's the only one that I think I identify with,
Yeah.
like that I can look to as like a full blown like North Star. Just the way that he emoted from behind the kit
Hmm.
was like if I ever want to get in my feels, it's watching certain songs off the Last Waltz and
Yeah.
other sort of video sessions that they did in the 70s and stuff. It's like it's nuts.
Yeah, totally.
I
I
think
feel
he's
like
he's
that's a
the
perfect
only.
sample. Yeah.
I don't know if he's the only one. Karen Carpenter was fucking
That's
great.
the other one I thought of too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's
And
not
then
the only,
I,
but
for sure. And then like contemporaries, like I'm a fan of the band Telekinesis. Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
he's like truly like he puts the kit in front of the stage and like
yeah. Oh no, I know. Dude, we toured with one
yeah,
of my first tours with UMO actually when I was like 19.
yeah.
We toured with Telekinesis and Portugal the Man. That is
Oh,
hilarious.
and I've had Eric from Portugal the Man on the podcast. Uh
Yeah.
he's also a Blazers fan.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we love them.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Well, on that note, I mean, I'm curious. You mentioned that. I'm definitely curious. Like as you've toured over the years, how often do you run into other basketball fans?
It
And
happens more
does it
than
like come up in conversation? And yeah,
oh, it absolutely does. It happens more than you think based on I don't know how often bands are like down to do press based off of basketball fandom, but just from being whether it's at venues or like a after party or blah blah
Mhm.
blah, like it comes up a lot.
Totally.
It really does. I mean, like I also think it's becoming like more uh not acceptable, but it's just becoming more normal to be like, this is something I grew up with. Why wouldn't I throw it in a song lyric?
Yeah,
You know what I
totally.
mean?
Yeah, that's something I've definitely noticed too. Is that being a basketball fan is one thing, but writing music that includes like references to it, it's not just for hip hop. Like bands are doing
Well,
it too.
it's a bit, I mean, MJ Lenderman, I feel like is leading the charge
Yeah.
in obviously in like sports related lines, but and honestly, it's really refreshing and inspiring to see someone do it in a way where it's like, oh, bruh, this like, I
Yeah.
mean, you're somehow using that to make it tug at my heart, and
hmm
it's
I
really sweet.
mean, Margot and the Nuclear So-and-So's wrote a whole song about Arvydas Savonis. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it has been happening. It's sneakily been happening
for
forever.
sure.
But yeah, it's fun to see it catch on more.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's coincidental with me like maybe that's why I'm doing this, but it does feel like there is a rise of that and like even like especially young musicians like getting into basketball, like also like late stage getting into basketball, like you didn't growing up, but like I want to now.
Yeah. I mean, basketball I think is the first sport. We were talking about it on Jokerman a little bit too. It's like I think that's naturally the sport that grabs you when you're like 10.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, why everyone's so like fashion, like everyone looks beautiful. Like
hmm
the way the jerseys, like the shorter shorts, and like just like really like the way that people used to dunk,
Yeah.
uh, I feel like was just so eye-catching from such a young age. And like, I don't know how old you are, but just I guess this is millennial speak,
Yeah, definitely.
probably.
Yeah.
'Cause, like younger kids are probably it's probably only like Allen Iverson or something if they're thinking
That's
vintage.
that's being generous for younger
Yeah, I know.
kids.
Yeah. What would it be? Like,
It's the people who grew up with LeBron for sure.
yeah, true. Or like young KD was pretty swaggy and beautiful too.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right though. AI like brought a different level of like coolness to basketball.
Oh my God. Of course, but just over when it comes to like, I don't know, like basketball sticking in your brain
Yeah,
the time you were young, I think it has to just be because it was so be like fashionable, like
for
stylistically
sure.
fashionable, and like football kind of can bring that to the table, but
Yeah.
and I haven't always paid attention to football, but I've had love for it.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
um,
Yeah, and I think too, like definitely the fashion, like you mentioned, but it has its waves, like 90s basketball fashion is like popular now. Like it's
yeah,
and especially in the crowds of people who go to concerts and things like that. I feel like there's a whole thing of you go to Lollapalooza and about half the people are wearing basketball jerseys.
totally. And also, I feel like some of the shoes back then, obviously,
Yeah.
I don't, I know shoe culture is its own beast, but just like some of those old Reeboks are,
Did you have a solid basketball shoe when you were a kid?
dude, T-Mac 2s.
Me
I was
too.
obsessed with T-Mac
I
2s.
had the blue T Mac 2s.
Yeah, wait, the blue and white or the
Yeah,
blue
the
silver?
blue and black.
Oh, blue and black. Oh my God.
Yeah.
There was also white and red and shit too.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. The T-Mac 2s were it was weird. That's like funny. It was like as a young kid, I feel like that was like the first time where I cared about any
I love those shoes. Yeah.
passion. Like was literally like, damn, like and if you get the I was like the first time I was like, if I get the right socks, like ankle socks, they're gonna look so good. Like
Totally. And the my basketball team in like middle school was our colors were green and gold. Like it did not match our uniforms at all, but I'm like, I love these shoes. I don't care.
yeah, but isn't that the St. Mary's or St. Vincent St. Mary's
It
colors?
is. It is the same.
But
It's
those were like
honestly very
hard.
similar.
Those were hard to get though back then.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, those shoes were great for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but you're a Blazers fan.
I'm a
And you
die.
grew up in Portland, right?
I did. Well, I grew up all around the state of Oregon, but yeah,
Okay,
I went to high school, suburbs of Portland, and then immediately moved to Portland after that.
sure. And how long you been in Chicago now?
It's been a long time. It's
Yeah.
been 12. I'm looking at the the literal date right now. Like 12, almost 13 years.
It's in 12 years, about 8 months. And
Yeah, pretty much.
have you in that time have you somewhat adopted Bulls fandom at all?
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course I do, but it's such a trail of mediocrity that it's like, ugh,
absolutely.
like yeah, like Ian from Jokerman was saying, like they're running off the fumes of the fumes of the fumes of the Jordan era.
Oh,
Like,
that's gone. I'm
yeah,
running off the fumes of the Derrick Rose era, to be honest.
I think so too. And just
Yeah,
having someone like Joakim Noah
yeah.
or Jimmy Butler, just like strong personalities on the Bulls is like it really goes far in the city,
Hmm.
having been here during some of that. But no one even has that. It's like everyone's rooting for Buzelis. I love him too. I'm like, and
Yeah.
I actually think he's going to be a special player probably, but yeah, he's not like,
You need someone that matches like the city
oh,
personality.
yeah, he's not personality wise, he's not a star. I think
No.
game wise he will be, but
He's from Hinsdale. So
yeah, I
no,
know
that reflects a little bit. He's great though. He's a nice guy.
it does, man. We love.
I will say I do like in this off season, I feel like there is some great camaraderie amongst like Buzelis, Ao, a lot of those young guys are like have been like they've been just like streaming together and like just hanging out.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
AO on like a, I don't know. I don't pay. It's, I have a millennial brain
That yeah,
blockage when
totally.
I see like a I Show Speed stream or
Oh yeah.
Kai Cenat. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah.
I saw one with AO and I was like, is this cool? Like,
I'm just happy to see them
yeah,
hanging out. That's all.
yeah, totally. Being present.
Yeah. So growing up as a Blazers fan, like what got you into basketball?
Man, I mean, I think at first it was literally just playing it.
Yeah. What
Um,
position did you play, I guess?
Dude, I had a short basketball career. I was really good at soccer and played all the way through
Yeah.
almost till like could have I had a real choice of like should I go to college for
Nice.
I would have been like D3 in soccer
Sure.
or just be like should I follow like a musical path
Yeah.
and chose the latter obviously but yeah, I stopped playing basketball in like 8th grade because I was very skinny.
Hmm.
I was the best shooter on every team I was on. But I was very skinny and like kids started to like the game got more physical and I was just slower to catch up. But then by the time I was like sophomore, junior in high school, the basketball coaches were like pulling me aside and being like, I think you should give this another shot type thing, but I just
Uh-huh.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Um,
I,
but
I
I think
think
playing got me into the whole thing, obviously, and then
sure.
I just went to like I have a couple I went to some Blazers Kings game at the Rose Garden. Um and it like went I just remember it went to overtime and it was like such a like crazy intoxicating feeling. That was also like when I think just after the Blazer like it might have been still Rasheed Wallace era
Hmm.
and but it was like the Peja Stojakovic,
Yeah, the
Mike Bibby,
Bibby. Yeah.
I think still Vlade Divac. Uh, he was on the Kings, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was like literally one. It was when they were like absolutely had like a
Chris
squad.
Webber. Yeah.
Chris, yeah, it was like they had a serious squad. Doug Christie.
Yeah.
Um, we're just naming guys now.
That's just like
Yeah,
what sports fandom is these days.
I know.
Dudes
Uh,
naming dudes.
but that game went to overtime and the Blazers won, and we all got like free like Taco Bell
Yeah.
tacos or something, and I literally was just like, that was the. I mean, I was 10 or
Yeah.
12, and it was like that was the best experience in my life,
Did you
and
actually get the taco?
maybe we could ask my dad,
I
but
feel like those giveaways are always so funny to me. I remember there was a Bulls game where like the Bulls have a thing where like you score over 100 points, you get like a Big Mac. And I remember
oh
joking
yeah,
Noah being like, "Man, these fans are just mad they didn't get their Big Mac."
yeah. Well, yeah. There's also like, isn't it if you like miss two, or if the opponent misses two free throws?
Yeah,
I kind of like that too because it really does just engage like the crowd participation to like really
for
try to make
sure. And
them
it
up.
doesn't like if your team doesn't make the total, it's like they're not going to boo their team.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. But
Um, so yeah, okay. So who was your favorite player then?
man, back then,
Were you a Sheed guy?
I always loved Sheed. I no, I
Yeah.
loved Darius Miles.
Ooh.
Darius Miles, I was like obsessed with like because he would score and do this like
Uh-huh.
devil thing. It's the most metal take I've ever had.
You don't run into a lot of like diehard Darius Miles fans.
I know.
It's great.
And honestly, it's like I was so young that I wasn't even necessarily following his like
Yeah.
whether he was statistically good or anything like that, but
Right.
I just thought his swag was like so infectious. But then it became Brandon Roy,
Yeah. And
obviously.
that's a bond that I think, Bulls fans and Blazers fans have and Brandon Roy and Derrick Rose.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
but and
tragic.
absolutely tragic, but like yeah. And then just kind of low key hating LaMarcus Aldridge a little bit. The way that he, I don't know. I don't need to be leading our topics either.
No, totally fine.
Yeah. Then it just became, I have love for LaMarcus, obviously, but it's just like, I think they both know him and
Hmm.
Dick have been on record and LaMarcus being like, I was wrong to leave the Blazers. Like we could have
Sure.
had really good, just felt like egos clashing.
Hmm.
Too much ego in it's like a band with
Yeah.
you know
True.
that they can't make it flow.
This has come up many times in this podcast. The NBA team is very much like a band.
Of course, I'm sure it has.
Yeah. Uh, and how do you feel about Dame coming back home?
I mean, I've I've gotten this question from so many friends the last like month or two. I don't care if he plays another minute as a Blazer. It just
Mm.
literally feels like the the universe like correcting itself,
Yeah.
and he's clearly so happy. And honestly, we've had a couple like video production homies who live in Portland and I know on good authority that he's just a good guy
Yeah.
who truly just cares about basketball, cares about his family.
Seems like he
Um,
really cares about the city.
Serious, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
That's why it feels to me like it just feels special. Yeah.
Hmm.
I couldn't. It's weird because I don't want to care about sports this much at all.
Yeah.
Like
Do you
it
stay?
warms my heart.
Yeah. Do you stay kind of up to date with like the team right now?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And
So how do you feel?
I mean, Young Hansen, are you serious? I mean, how up to date are you?
I'm up to date, man. I do think it is funny because I did a draft recap this year with Josh from Small Black,
Yeah,
and uh we were going over the picks, and both of us had extreme doubts about Young Hansen.
I
And
know.
like he's interesting, man.
I was up in Denmark. I was jet lagged anyways. My wife lives in Denmark.
Uh-huh.
Someone I met a long time ago anyways. Uh we I was like, okay, this is gonna work out because I'm gonna be jet lagged anyways. I'm gonna wake up. The draft's gonna happen at like 2. I ended up staying up watching I forget how long an NBA draft takes actually with all the
Yeah.
commercials, all
Yeah.
the fucking interviews in between draft picks. And when they said Young Hansen, I truly was like, she was dead asleep in the room, and I was like, "What the fuck are you?" Like, I literally did like a full blown.
You didn't know who he was, obviously, right?
I did just because I knew that they had a real workout with him, and I
Okay.
pay attention to some of the beat writers who are like Casey Holdall, really, who's like tracking
Yeah.
every draft workout they do. So I knew who he was. I think he's going to be really good.
He's kind of got that Shangoon vibe.
He's got a serious Shangoon vibe. I mean, I think it's a little, I mean, it's obviously ridiculous to draw a Jokic
I know.
comparison. Bruh.
I
I'm
mean, but
I'm
is it going to be a is Jan Hansen getting drafted from the bleachers going to be this version of Jokic getting drafted during a Taco Bell commercial?
I kind of think so. I mean, like he has to overperform in such
Yeah,
an insane
of
way, but
course.
it'll happen because wasn't he like his quote after getting drafted? He was like, "I was just trying to finish my tacos," or didn't he have food or
I think
like
he had nachos. Yeah,
his nachos?
yeah,
Yeah.
so funny. Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for him. How do you feel about Scoot?
I have high, actually, like kind of expectations. I
Yeah,
paid attention a little bit to like, I mean, off-season workout tape is bullshit usually,
yeah,
but I actually think that some of the flashes last year were real. I
sure.
think he's still just so young and like athletically, like he's just gonna get some of his like in-game. Uh, he's still feeling in-game jitters.
Yeah.
You can feel that he hasn't like reached a natural flow yet.
Mhm.
And I think he will. And
I
he's
feel like there
already
was a lot of hype too. Like
there's too much hype.
getting drafted. He was in Wemby's class, right? Like the getting
Yeah,
drafted right next to Wemby is like, well, if you don't get Wemby, at least you get Scoot, and it's like that's a lot of pressure.
yeah. And really weirdly, like I mean, it was Brandon Miller was third,
Yeah,
and Amen Thompson was
good
fourth.
draft.
No, but that's the rough one where it's like, ooh, like no one, not a single NBA GM would have picked Amen over
Yeah,
Scoot at the time.
true.
But that's revisionist history is really tough on that one. But I think his passing chops, like his shooting got better last year, and he's proven to me, if you're really watching if you're a league pass junkie on this shit, he really can play, make, and pass. So
Yeah, I
I think
think
it'll
I
happen.
maybe we'll get that kind of post hype where he the pressure's off now and he could just play and dish it to Young,
If you,
and he's got Drew Holiday on his team now.
that's what I'm saying. And also I feel like he's just gonna learn. He really does have like the best mentors, like
Yeah.
Dan and Drew and Chauncey. I'm not Chauncey like kind of proved himself a bit last year, but I mean he
Uh-huh.
really is like a legendary point guard. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I do find it funny too. Uh weren't Dame and Drew traded for each other?
Oh yeah.
And they're
But
on the same team.
they're friends. I've seen
Yeah.
some. I mean, I probably get like obviously a more Blazers centric like out feed or
Yeah.
algorithm. Uh, but they like did Drew did some interview where he said like Drew literally or Dame literally lived at Drew's house when Drew got traded for Dame. And they're like, and I mean, they were texting back and forth when Dame got bought out, and
Hmm.
Drew was like, "You're coming to the Blazers, aren't you?"
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it's like literally like I mean, they both, I mean, I think it's well known that Drew
Yeah.
Holiday is a fucking great dude.
Yeah,
actually, like a lovable man. So
totally.
it's gonna be
Sick.
good.
Yeah. Uh, do you how do you feel about fair? Like, what's your prediction for the season?
Oh, like the Blazers team, actually.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be like a really like a serious league pass uh darling. Like ever like
Yeah.
people I think they're gonna have like some fun. I don't if Young Hansen does anything like special, it's gonna
Hmm.
blow up anyways because
Totally.
just like the Chinese basketball side of things, it's like it's
Yeah.
just people are gonna want to promote him as the next Chinese basketball star. But that's just like feels like cherry on top or something if that
Hmm.
happens. I feel like Shaden Sharp is gonna potentially pop this year,
Okay. We've been
and
waiting.
I know, and he's kind of been like empty calories up until
Yeah.
this, but he is like his highlights are just so nuts.
That's what it is. Like he gives pretty sick highlights, but like that's where it seems like it ends.
It's true, and he like doesn't guard well enough, which is why
Yeah.
he might not even start this season.
But
But
at
like
least you got Drew who can guard people.
we do, I mean, Tumani Kamara and
Yeah.
Danielle. I don't know. I mean, I do. I'm always bullish
Yeah.
on my team.
You gotta be.
You literally, I feel like that's the only reason why I pay attention. And
Right.
literally, I get to the point where when they start to like lose a close game, I'm just slamming my computer and being like, I'm going to bed.
I feel like that's why I'm like so like pissed as a Bulls fan because I'm usually like bullish on my team, but I haven't been.
I know. I mean, it like genuinely, they're not doing anything to incite like real inspiration,
Yeah.
which is tough. But
Waited too long to
they're
trade
in the
Levine. Yeah,
they're in the Eastern Conference though.
that's true. This is true.
Anything can happen.
And there are many torn Achilles that will play a factor into the season.
Oh, dude. I mean, obviously. Ugh, I hate
So
being
wild.
that. But yeah, Tumani Kamara.
Yeah, it's exciting. Um, so I have to know your take on, I mean, the big thing that's the I feel like to start with, the reason I one of the reasons I love basketball is like obviously the drama of it all, like the storylines, quote unquote. And to start off this season, we got a wild storyline of Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, dude.
Have you been following closely?
Of course I have, but
Yeah.
it's funny that like that's happening simultaneously with like all the political shit
Yeah.
going on as well. I'm like, whoa, like it feels like because you can't not pay attention to
Yeah.
that. And I'm just like, whoa, like the two, I guess nothing that crazy is happening in music except for all the fucked up like Spotify,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, AI weapons shit, which is
Yep.
awful. But yeah, it just feels like certain arenas are like imploding at the same time because
Yeah.
this can't be the only uh
No.
like salary cap mess that's
Well,
going on in the
someone
league.
else pointed
No way.
out, I don't
Circumvent.
know if it was even a joke or not, but who was it doing like a sponsored Instagram post for Sport Pasta? I don't know if you saw that, but it was Andrew Wiggins, and it's
Oh.
like it's called Sport Pasta, and the post is like, I think he's holding the only two boxes of Sport Pasta.
Yeah. Wait, was this after the
It was, yeah,
Clippers thing? That's so funny. Like everyone's revisionist history going back to
yeah,
like, everyone's like bullshit products that
totally.
it's just like how much did they get paid for? That's so funny.
It's like, like I think it's getting attention in the same way that like, all like the fake ass like influencer products they hawk, like that's what it feels like.
Yeah. Oh, it is just like intense. And I mean,
Goes all the way to the top.
it has to. And like ethically, it's like completely fucked up, of course. But I'm just like, damn, like what is Adam Silver gonna do if it does
Yeah.
just roll into like a complete league wide mess? You
It
know what I
that
mean?
I mean, Adam Silver, maybe it's a little justice because clearly it's just a highlight game that you don't need to watch,
Oh, I
according to
hate
Adam
it.
Silver.
Of course, I hated that clip too. That was fuck.
That's a
But
wild thing to say if you want to grow the league.
well, isn't that just because they just signed their TV
Yeah.
deal? And it's like, yeah, of course. He's like, whatever, I can say that now and then try to make it a better product.
Yeah. It is crazy though that like we're getting like more intense investigative journalism by Pablo Torres on this shit than we are in like the political landscape right now.
Well, yeah, because are people just afraid? People are probably just afraid they'll be completely
Yeah.
silenced, right?
Tough times, man.
Extremely
Absolutely.
tough. I'm telling
Absolutely.
you, I woke up this morning. I mean, we don't have to go full political,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just woke up this morning after the Kimmel stuff, and it's just like, yo, this is like, it's been scary for a long time, but I just felt personally like,
Yeah.
wow,
I'll be
wow,
honest, I had to like psych myself up to do this podcast a little bit
yeah,
because it's just like it's in your head and then like you gotta
it's
gotta
tough.
find your joy somewhere.
Of course, which is why it's tough that I got Denny Avdia as like low key the best player on my team.
It's very
Served in
true.
the IDF
Very
unapologetic.
true.
I'm just like, all right.
It's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough. But
It's tough.
screw him and go Jan
Yeah.
Hansen, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. It's like it's hard. It really is like it feels like you have to separate.
I know.
This is a entertainment product that I need to be able to, for my own sanity, like be able to
Yeah.
view it as that, hopefully. If it could get so cloudy that I wouldn't be able to, but
Right.
I don't know. Yeah,
But as far as uh like the Kawhi thing, I think I will take it as a this is delightfully strange right now.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I
I mean,
guess.
isn't
Yeah.
it also? I mean, Kawhi is such a strange man.
Of all people for it to happen to.
Yeah, and just like someone who it's like I wouldn't even. I mean, he is like a very interesting man,
Yeah,
actually. Like his personality is just like it's giving really crazy mixed signals sometimes.
totally.
I'm just like, would you even be able to like actually face this problem and explain
I
what
mean,
happened?
he will have to once he actually gets to like the season.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah. I
I
mean,
love the game of basketball.
yeah. It'll be a bit of a stock response,
Yeah.
but it's like you can't really throw your own uncle under the bus when it feels like everyone else is. Like,
It's fine. We can throw Ballmer under the bus. Let's just do
man,
it.
he did seem. I
Um,
mean, everyone loves him being an owner in the league because he's kind of an
right.
entertaining billionaire and seemingly like loving, but
True.
he a billionaire, baby.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
rough.
guess we'll stick with Mark Cuban in preference, I guess. But he's not even really an owner anymore because they traded Luca. So,
Yeah, well, the guy, I haven't done enough research on the guy who just bought the Blazers
hmm?
because just been busy, honestly. But
Yeah.
he seems kind of good.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know, like business ties actually.
Yeah. Right.
Like it seems like he doesn't want to move the team,
Yeah.
and his track record with that is actually would lead you to trust him.
hmm
He like bought like the Carolina Hurricanes or something.
Okay.
Did you
As
read
much
it?
as you can trust any sports team owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, he bought the Carolina hockey team when I think pretty much everyone was assuming like that was too small and weird of a market for hockey. And
Sure.
he fucking kept him and he kept them there and made the playoffs, I think, for the next like 8 consecutive years. And they're like a good story now.
All right.
What I did hear, and what is honestly a huge part of my Blazers fandom nowadays, is that all he really cares about is like spending money on the players and like the things that will actually like
Love to hear that.
win games and stuff.
Yeah.
But he let like I think he let like a beloved Carolina like broadcaster go.
Oh shit.
We're very mad. And I feel very attached to Lamar Hurd specifically,
Hmm.
and Kevin Calabro in the Blazers broadcast.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe that won't happen again.
Uh,
Let's hope not.
I mean that's the main thing that I'm freaking out about, but I
Okay.
think that's a better problem than worrying that he will move the team to.
Sure. That's true. Um, all right. Well, the last thing I would love to do is I like to end with like a little game, and it's called Build a Band. Um,
Oh yeah.
so I would love you to try and make a band entirely of NBA players. You know, give them instruments, give them what's the vibe, what do they sound like, and just yeah, you can get a little silly, but it's fun.
This is just tough. Uh, do I mean I know people probably go all over the place with this, but like you think it should be like currently active players?
It doesn't have to be. I've had, you know, all-time teams. I've had like, you know, eight-piece like Flaming Lips type bands with
Yeah.
unorthodox instruments, but I've also had a, you know, country and it's been all over the place.
It's tough. Jeremy Grant has to be in the band.
Okay. You could
He's
do
like,
all Blazers players too, yeah.
I mean, it would be pretty easy for me to do that, but Jeremy Grant, I don't know if you've like followed him on Instagram, but he's just so like the videos that he posts of like him interacting with the city of Portland. Like you are so fucking chill, dog. Like
All
in
right.
such a good, I'm really just like you are. And he's a very beautiful person too. And I think he literally does play music sometimes.
Okay.
I'd put JG in there. Rasheed Wallace would have to be like some sort of a chaos agent
Yeah.
who would occasionally have like just a beautiful song to bring to the table.
I
And
mean,
to be
I
like,
could see Sheed being like a drummer who gets like he eventually flips out and he like punches through his tom.
probably.
Yeah.
But I think yeah, almost in like a KG type of way where it's
Yeah.
like competition got you so hyped that like you might do something absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, true.
Huh?
Okay.
So, uh, dude, this is hard. Um,
I also have a backup if it's proving, you know, too tough.
I'm just trying to think of funny
Yeah.
Blazers like Steve Blake, like try to go to the widest end of the spectrum. And oh,
You could
honestly,
also work like
Chris
what kind
Kaman.
of sound do you want and you work backwards from there.
Oh, dude, I don't know. Chris Kaman seems like a funny one to bring up, though.
Totally.
He was very
He's got
much.
bass player energy to me.
He does. He's also just like a pretty like openly. I don't know politically where he's at, but just like kind of like an openly red note. Like he knows how ridiculous he looks,
Yeah.
but he kind of
Caveman.
he was a very entertaining man, I will say.
Sure.
Uh, it's
Any
tough.
thoughts on a vocalist?
Robin Lopez,
Ooh, yeah.
just unapologetically himself,
Uh-huh.
and like it was a very beloved Blazer for that reason. Used to fight the
Totally.
mascots everywhere,
Yeah.
and I don't know. He's
I
just
remember his time as a Bull as well.
I know. I mean, he
Yeah.
played on like 20 teams.
Yeah.
Uh, honestly, I think because he was himself and like just a locker room presence and could fill in spot minutes for, until maybe the last year.
Yeah,
Love Rolo.
definitely.
I don't know who else.
That's
I,
fair. That's totally fine. Um, well, it's been awesome talking hoops with you, man.
yeah,
Definitely excited for the new album to drop, which is November 7th or 4th.
7th.
7th,
We'll
7th.
have it. We'll have it sent over like stat.
Dope. Awesome.
Good.
Well, sweet. And you're in Chicago, so I am sure I will see you around.
Yeah. Where do you wait? You said you were like still north.
Yeah. And I have to take a look at